Hey guys, Matt, IronTrap Garage, and today we are doing a little update with the 32 Roadster that we found in Michigan that we've dubbed the DeLorean Roadster. You guys, we had a lot of questions. You guys may remember last year, it's basically been a year, we dropped the car off. We had a guy we knew, Jim, that was a long time upholstery guy that was on the path of retiring, and Jim had offered to do the interior and the top in the car. Dropped the car off to him about a year ago, and basically it just didn't work out. He had a lot of health issues, and the car essentially didn't get touched at all. And we had to pull the car out of his shop just because we wanted to drive the car. I was a little tough of a situation because we only drove the car around the block a few times, and then I didn't see the car for a year. And so I wanted the car back just to work all the bugs out. We've been doing that. We had a lot of questions in like the week in the life of video, and even social media posts, people asking me what's going on with the car and why isn't the top done. Basically, it was just we had to decide to bring it home because driving the car is more important than having a finished interior to me. So I've been, this spring, late winter and very early spring, I've been driving the crap out of this thing, and Steve and I have just been attacking every little issue or thing that, you know, with normal first time on the road type deal stuff, and we got it going pretty good now. We're going to do a driving video here soon, but what we're going to do, our friend Joe that has done a bunch of our interiors, he is been great, and I kind of talked to him about it, and he had offered that, yeah, I would do this car, you know, it's no problem. So like everybody, he's very busy, so what we usually try and do with him with a lot of these cars that he helps us out with is we will make some patterns for some of the stuff so that he doesn't have to have the car in his shop. He can make like door cards, carpet, a lot of the stuff. He can use our patterns. He knows what we want to do, put all that together. The seat we can give him, so I can most importantly continue to drive this car and have fun in it as we do the interior. And then eventually he's going to do the top, and we can, you know, take that portion of it we can take to him, but we're trying to tackle each portion of this and allow me to continue to drive the car. So what we're going to show in this video is doing the templates, hopefully getting the door cards done, the seat made, and then we'll take it for a drive finally and show you guys what it's like to at least have a finished interior in this car. So Steve and I are going to open the car up. I just have a LeBaron Bonney stock seat thrown in here, so we're going to pull that out too eventually. But we're going to work on getting get our panels made, or our patterns for the door cards, the kick panels, the carpet, all that stuff, so that we can get it to Joe and get him working on finishing the car out a little bit better. So let's get started.
Grab the top of that. Oop. There's that.
So we're going to want, actually maybe we should do something different. We want to tuck it under. The door card originally,
Oh, okay.
actually tucked under, so you may want to, yeah, factory edge would be a lot better.
So magnet up here. Actually, yeah, that's it right there. Like that. Same here, maybe. There's good.
So we need to,
relief cut that.
for the handle, you've done this a bunch of times.
Yep.
So what I was going to do is just tuck it underneath, and then we'll draw this line so he knows how much overlaps.
Yeah.
We'll just put with maybe the white or whatever.
Open this up first so we can lay it flat against the
Yeah, you're
door.
right. So yeah, I've just been trying to slowly put stuff away, organize and display things. But But it's nice having up here because we have this Lincoln, you can put it here until we're ready to work on it. And while it runs, that's what I'm going to do with the intakes on the other walls, hanging on them.
Yeah.
So you can look at them a little easier. I don't know if I told you, I got a key cutter for every new one. I said, well, I'm a little young, but I know of him.
Yeah.
He said, that was my uncle. He said, when he was at the end, I guess he had a oxygen and stuff.
He had to go around with a tank all the
Yeah.
time.
He said, I was there till the end. He said, I was chasing guys off because guys would show up.
Oh,
He'd be almost
jeez.
on his, he'd be literally like on his deathbed, and guys trying to buy his 32 and,
Oh,
you know, whatever. And
the vultures were circling.
Yeah, and Mercury. And he said, I used to have to literally like almost fight guys to get them off the property because they were so persistent because they saw he was at the end. And, but he was telling me some stories about just the stuff that he had, you know, kicking around. All right, so we cheated a little bit. We ended up having the luxury of having a old restored 32 Roadster sitting here with a LeBaron Bonney interior. So we pulled a couple of the panels out so we could just trace the perimeter of them for this car, which Steve's done over here. I worked on, while Steve was doing some of that, I worked on making a pattern for the floor here. So a little difficult because we got a lot going on here. We couldn't just copy the green car because this has a 39 trans in it, which the green car didn't have originally. And we have our shutoff that's down here. We have the knob taken off. And we have our Columbia rear shifter there. So there's a lot of extra stuff we had to work around and cut slots and holes. But we got that piece fitting. We've kind of decided for now, this is the little tunnel cover here. We're gonna leave that just painted, I think, in the car. And the custom made toe board that they had in this car back in the day, I think we're gonna leave that not upholstered for now, or not carpeted for now. We may change our minds, but at least we'll have to make that decision after the car comes together a little more. I'm not sure if it's that big of a deal, but we're trying to get the carpet in, door cards in. So I'm gathering up all my bits. Even though Jim wasn't able to do the car, he was still nice enough to let me have that old fabric you guys may remember from the last video. Jim was very nice and gave me the leather and this old Cadillac, old pleated leather material for the seats. So I'm gonna grab some extra seat springs I have stashed and throw all this stuff in the 39, and we're gonna run over to Joe's place, drop everything off so he can get started on the seats, door cards, kick panels, and carpet. All right, Joe's here, and we got door cards, all kinds of neat stuff. Joe's been working on this for a while now. I kind of half forgot about it because we've been so busy, but they already got the seat pulled out, starting to pull the seat out, so we're gonna, I guess these guys are gonna try and test fit everything, and I guess you're able to get those little escutcheons in.
Yeah, the one had only 2 pins on it.
Interesting.
Yeah, they were broken off.
Okay.
I tried to adapt to that, but
That's okay.
I couldn't really epoxy anything on there. So it just has 2 holding it in the other one, but it's tight.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So you had you have a little tool you use to figure out where the clips and stuff go and all of that on here. You said.
Yeah.
'Cause that was the part that seems tricky to me. Is the
Well, with this kind of clip, you've got some adjustment. I mean, you can swing them a little side to side.
Oh,
you can
okay.
move them back and forth a bit. So with the slots, so that's the one advantage of those kind.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Well, we'll give you a hand and whatever you need.
So yeah, we'll get the backs, get this out, and the first thing we're going to do is these side panels. Get that
Yeah,
in.
because they're a pain in the butt.
And,
Otherwise.
Yeah, it's just that, you know, then we'll get the backrest back in again, the new backrest.
See how it all fits. Yeah, exciting stuff.
There it is.
Yeah, I guess if I read the stuff here, gonna need it. Now, do you need this little piece?
Yeah, this has to go on the other
Okay.
seat then.
I got it. I'll take that off.
Yep.
Much.
You want me to paint this?
No.
No.
Then it's gonna look like a brand new part on a. We already have the trouble. We gotta dirty all Joe's work up here. He hates that.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we got to roll around on the ground.
I brought a little dirt on it myself.
Okay, yeah, you don't have to be as
It's-
careful. Don't have to be careful with these perfectly shitty cars.
Yeah, I don't want to scratch the paint, though.
Hard work to make them look this shitty, but yet still go down the road.
Yeah.
Great restraint. I hope I don't need to carry a gallon of oil in this thing anymore.
That would be nice.
Oh, look at that. The old leather.
Oh.
Moon's putting his slobber on already. So even though Jim wasn't able to do the work for us, he did give me this old leather he had scavenged for years ago in a junkyard from a Caddy, and it's like perfect. It's got these pleats built in. There's just a little bit of scratches. Moon, what are you doing? You can't go in the car yet. Come on, get out. But it's just, yeah.
I'll take a peek first.
Oh, yeah. That's okay.
Oh, that looks good.
So that's just a smooth vinyl type
Yeah,
faux leather. Did I give you that?
yeah.
Oh, nice.
I got what's left over in the car for
Oh,
you.
awesome.
The vinyl's like gone.
Yeah.
But there's a little tiny bit there. If you might need it for a kick panel or something.
Okay.
The leather, you got a decent amount of leather left.
Okay.
I needed long pieces, so I had to go up the hide. That was like a whole hide at one time, and it was split. I don't know, like up the middle.
I don't know. I didn't look at it. I don't know what the story was. He had gotten it. He had gotten it to match that seat stuff years ago, and who knows if it was a leftover something that he got behind. You know, it was a close match, so he got or it was a miscut and he got it. Yeah.
Could be. I mean, hides are sold either the whole hide or the half hide. Or after that, if you just need a little bit, then they're selling it by the square foot,
Yep.
and then they really get you for it.
Yep. Yeah, I don't remember the whole story, to be honest.
Yeah, this side went right in.
It's got to go in the front hole.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. gotta be lean back and relaxed there. All right, I got one in there. Get the nuts started.
Well, it's just got to go back. Want me to hold it again or this?
Let me see, I just got to get this nut started on there.
Use the hole on it.
What's up?
Probably up there.
Right there.
Yeah, just got to
Right there.
squeeze it in a little bit.
The body English.
Younger bodies work better than these old ones.
Yeah, I know. I work on old cars and hang around old guys and make me feel young.
There you go.
Good,
Right,
yeah, that's what you need.
Uh-huh.
All the guys that come here are much older than me. Even as I get older, I'm still the young guy.
Yep.
Here we go.
It's supposed, is this, the rear supposed to sit on top of the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, here's your bracket.
Okay, you're at your bracket
Yeah,
there?
actually.
Okay, that's in the bracket too, yep.
Unless you like it back and you want to change the floor stops or something, or I'd block it from it.
Feels okay, take a seat. It's more comfortable than the other seat.
Yeah, it feels similar.
Yeah.
Just probably the back. I think the back was. I think what it was before is the back was bulbous the whole way, so you kind of were pushing your back. And
Yeah.
now it's just your.
Yep. I mean,
This being pushed out would be better because you got nothing under your lower back.
oh, okay. So you,
What do you mean the whole seat?
The
the backrest.
The seat back, if the bottom was pushed
sitting
out
on top of the
Yes.
bottom. Okay.
because then you would have some support. Because right now I'm only touching this much.
Yeah,
of my
the top
back.
of the seat. Yep.
So were these clips were they common on early Fords, or were they used for like a period of time? Like
They're pretty common on Fords, especially. I never saw GM use these
okay.
or even Chrysler products. I don't know why. That's the way it works.
Did Ford use them into the 60s and stuff like that, or is it more of like an earlier?
No, they use them beyond,
Oh wow.
well, through the 60s, I think, pretty much.
Oh okay. What's your next project?
Probably Mike Yanez's Caddy.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
I know how you feel about
I'm not thrilled about it.
You told me you'd do it a long time ago, and
Yeah.
now the day has finally come.
Yeah. I gotta get in touch with him, because he's gotta get it running enough that he can bring it out to me. I can't do it down at his place. I mean, it's just too much stuff to take back and forth.
Big car like that, yeah.
Well, it's just all the tools you need and the things, little things you don't think of.
Is that a convertible too?
Yeah, that's what I have to do. I gotta put. I just gotta put a top on it.
Oh, I thought you had to do interior and a top.
Well, we did basically before.
Oh, okay.
He got reproduction
Okay.
leather seats from a place down south. And I put the seats together. So the seats are done.
Top is the not fun part. anyway.
Top's the last one he's gonna paint it too. Top's the last thing that's gonna involve me.
You may not want to touch a convertible top after that job. All right, so Joe just yesterday got the interior, or actually not yesterday, last week, got the interior all put in the car. Steve and Joe kind of worked together on it because I was doing stuff in the other building. It's been a bit crazy lately. So the whole idea with this interior was to do something very subdued. The only information I really had about the interior, for anybody that didn't remember from the beginning, was I got some photos from Jack DeLorean and his kids of the car sitting in front of the DeLorean family home in like 52 or 53. All you could see of the interior is the driver's doors hanging open. He must have got out of it and took a photo. So we knew that the door card itself was just smooth. I think it probably wasn't leather or naugahyde. It was probably vinyl, so we're taking a little bit of artistic license. But since I couldn't see the interior, there was nothing left of it. All there was the seat springs. We decided to go with the old black leather. So Jim, that was going to help us with the interior, but couldn't because of his health. He had some health problems. He was nice enough to give me this old pleated leather that came out of an old Caddy. I think it was an ambulance or a hearse. And we used that as our starting point. And Joe then took some hide that Jim had that was also taken, that he had gotten to match this. And he put it together. And I think it worked out pretty good. He had to work around what was there with the pleats and stuff. We were kind of carving the material out of another seat, so things didn't Joe was having a little bit of problems. Stuff wasn't lining up as good as he would have liked, but I kind of totally okay with it because the era that the car was done and the style of the car, I don't think it's an issue. Most importantly, I just wanted this old leather, pleated leather that has cuts in it and wrinkles and age. It just looks the part, and everything else, we just kind of had him do the same smooth kick panels and all of that stuff. And yeah, I'm very happy how it came out. Typical, we did the tight pile, like Euro weave style carpet, I don't know the exact term, but he just made a simple carpet to go in there, and he worked around, like neat little details, he worked around, stitched. Yes, I can open that. So he worked around right there and stitched around where the shifter was for the Columbia and our little cutoff switch and all that stuff. Very nice, clean, subdued. Joe had asked about doing this little kick panel area, toe board area. This thing at some point had some other engine in it, and they had set the engine back. So that's why there's like a bump in this custom-made toe board. I kind of like it because it's part of the car's history, but it's also a little bit in the way, and it's not necessary for the flathead. So I was on the fence. I told him for now, we're gonna leave it like with just the old black paint, some black paint on it. We may someday put some carpet on it to finish it out, but I was on the fence on that because if I just put a stock one back in, like a wood one, then we could, you know, do that. But he had to do some custom work around that to upholster it. But really, for now, the big step was we finally have an interior in the car. And I already drove it a bunch last weekend, and it got rid of a lot of rattles and creaks that this thing had just by putting door cards and covering some things up. It made the car even better. So very, very happy. Thankful that Joe was able to kind of pick up where Jim was going to work and take this project on. I've talked to Joe about maybe doing the convertible top, and we're gonna probably look at that in the winter time. He was fitting us in between his already busy schedule to do this stuff, and maybe when the fall or the winter time when I'm not driving the car, we might see if this winter we can do something about the top. But for now, I'm enjoying driving it with no top on. It is amazing to drive this thing. Like the other night, it was like, I don't know, low 60s, 9-10 o'clock at night, cruising at 55 miles an hour. It was like, as far as I'm concerned, that's perfection. So yeah, that's all I got for this one. Thank you guys. Hope you enjoy the new interior, and let me know what you think down below in the comments. Thanks guys. Catch you later.